Okay, so the Defender's in the dealership, trying to get the software updated. We're still stuck on 2.0.1 and we should be on 2.0.9. So we've been told that it needs a telematics module. So trying to make the most of it, get a bit of variety into it. So today we have, as Top Gear would say, a Jag. So we've got the E-Pace here to look at. Bit of fun as a courtesy car. Got it for the kind of weekend, 3 or 4 days. Got to look how it runs, how it drives, look around the car, and just get some features and see what you think. So putting the E-Pace through just a few kind of on-road experiences, see how it drives. First impression, this is a Jaguar E-Pace. It's not an S, not an SE, just a basic model. It's got the P250 engine. Actually drives pretty smoothly. I've had it for about half a day now, just kind of using it to go back and forth from dealership, been to the store a couple of times, just kind of getting a feel how it drives. So the car has got quite a lot of features on it. It has a nice thing like the R dynamic steering wheel, so it's quite tactile in terms of how it drives comfortably. The seats are actually a lot firmer than a Defender, so I'll do a lot of the conversation by comparison to the Defender, because that's, if you like, near-term relevant in the moment. What most of you guys are looking at is what do I think about a Defender. So by doing a comparison, that's a good way to look at it. And this is going to be the first of 3 videos on the comparison. I'm going to do one with the Jaguar E-Pace, one with a Land Rover Range Rover Evoque, and also one a little bit different. I'm going to do one with a Mini Cooper S, and that's actually a special one. It's actually a Mini Special Edition 60th anniversary car. So that's going to be number 3. This is number 1, the Jaguar E-Pace. So let's see how the cars measure up head to head. So the E-Pace has got a top speed of 142 miles per hour, which compares and takes the lead over the Defender's 119. But the Defender does catch back up because the acceleration on the Defender 0 to 60 is 5.8 compared to the E-Pace, which has a flat 7 seconds for the 0 to 60 time. Drivability, the Defender, as I said before, is an all-round performer. The E-Pace for me is a combination SUV, kind of a hottish hatch, smooth on the corners, but lacks the initial punch. Cool factor, I think the design on Defender sets a new bar. It defends the brand very well. And for the E-Pace, it's a Jag. Superpower wise, the Defender has the off-road ability, can swim or wade. On the E-Pace, has the Jaguar styling, good solid build, and I like the Jaguar dynamic system. Kryptonites, software updates, of course, auto start stop, we mentioned before. On the E-Pace, cabin noise is a little bit high and the headroom is also a little bit tight for me. Movie star quality, hopefully we'll get to see No Time to Die before the year is out, and the E-Pace is probably a walk-on part. So inside the 2020 E-Pace, this car is in the silver, it's got the ebony interior, it's got a 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine which generates 246 horsepower, 269 foot of torque. It's got a 9-speed auto gearbox and the P250 all-wheel drive engine. So what we're going to do, we're going to drive it around a couple of the country roads, see how it handles through the corners, do a little bit of acceleration, check it for simple things, mechanic, how's it feel braking. So you come up to a junction, it's pretty firm, okay, so no real surprises there. So acceleration wise, pretty quick, I guess, to respond. It's a little bit of a lag, not as quick as the Defender, surprisingly. Again, the P250 engine, it's the all-wheel drive model as well, so it does handle. This car has the cold climate pack, as well as, like I said, a lot of different features which I'll run through shortly. So yeah, nice fun car to drive. So you've probably got a feel for a little bit of road noise. The engine noise is a little bit louder, again, than the Defender as a comparison. Said before, the Defender is remarkably quiet. I know a lot of you guys will have seen the videos announcing the V8 Defender. I think I'd be intrigued to have a driver one, but one of the things I would worry about is just the noise of the V8. I had a Range Rover Sport which was pretty noisy, so on the long kind of cruising journeys it's a lot of cabin noise compared, say, to top of the range Range Rover. And also, like I said, now the Defender is remarkably quiet. With this car, you have the LED headlights with the signature daytime running lights, a tailgate spoiler, the rain sensing windshield wipers, and the rear privacy glass. Also a nice touch on the car is the R-Dynamic branded soft grain leather sports steering wheel. So it has the Jaguar drive control, selectable driving modes, has the all service progress control. Other nice features, you have the 2-zone climate control, auto dimming mirrors, and a 10-inch Touch Pro system, Jaguar sound system, and has the Apple CarPlay and also the Android Auto. For safety, security, you have the normal kind of front, side airbags, an alarm, tire pressure monitoring, emergency braking. Car also has the cruise control, and pretty standard these days has the rear camera and front and rear parking aids. Also has the keep lane assist, which is always a good function when you're cruising on the freeways. I was lucky with this courtesy car. It also has some optional equipment, has a cold climate pack, so hopefully if I do get any snow next couple of days I'm okay for that. As you can see from the pictures, it has the black exterior pack. Also has a very nice option, the 20-inch 5-split spoke style gloss black wheels. That's style 5051 if you're looking it up in the book. I also like it has the fixed panoramic roof. I think for me inside here with the anthracite headlining, the roof, you kind of need it to give a little bit of kind of freedom and light to it. So it's quite a nice feature to have. And also has the upgrade on this one of the Meridian sound system. Also has the black gear shift pedals, something you don't get on the Defender right now, so I'll give those a go as well. Okay, so what do we think? Well, the car, in some ways it kind of feels like it should be the modern Golf GTI in terms of performance. The car handles well, through the corners it's smooth. General feeling on the road is just comfortable. Visibility a little bit limited because of the head height for me, being 6 foot. Got the sun visor down today because the sun's quite low in the sky, so I am kind of crouched. I don't want to drive this car for too long a period, but it is fun. It is good fun to drive. Just feels like if it had something extra, then it would be superb. I think in terms of that kind of almost like hot hatch experience, but in a kind of what I'm going to call a mini SUV. But that said, nothing wrong with the car. It's a good car. It's just by comparison to other cars I've driven and my current Defender, I find the Defender a little bit more, even though it's kind of bigger and boxy, a little bit more nimble, not in an odd sort of way, because it has that kind of poise. The Defender doesn't roll through the corners. This doesn't roll either. So you kind of get the same experience, good hard driving, either in this Jaguar E-Pace or the Defender. But ultimately, if I had to drive one of these every day, I wouldn't be too upset. Just like I said, I wouldn't do it on a long journey just because of the seating position for me. But if I was a bit shorter, this could be a very comfortable car. We'll have a look inside, just check around the spec, go through what's on this spec for this particular version, this model. But on road, yeah, I'd give it a kind of a B plus. Okay, so we'll do a final run through the vehicle, and here we can see the aerodynamic steering wheel. And the driver's view, the dash is pretty good, pretty straightforward. Like the front grille with the black with the red logo, the black trim over the wheel arches, carried through to the real tailpipe, exhaust pipe area. Again, it's the P250 all-wheel drive we've looked at today. Boot and trunk space is pretty decent. Here you can see the luggage carrier they give you. Looking through the car, you can see the light from the sunroof stroke moonroof. Certainly helps. This car had the power tail lift, black trim. Looks very smart on the Indus Silver. Look to the rear of the car. I think you can get a couple of adults in here. Not tried it obviously with car seats. Haven't got any kids that age. But looks like there's enough space there to be comfortable. Looking through the front, you can see the kind of cockpit style surround. And in the back, you can get a sense of the space behind the seats. I am 6 foot tall again. You can see here my knees are not too bad. They're in there, but again, we won't go too far. So how about the Defender? Well, the Defender is back. The software is being updated. We're going to cover that in the next video. Talk through the story of what we did to fix it, how it got solved, and where we are now in terms of which version and so forth. But for now, thank you again. Please subscribe. Please hit like if you've liked the video. Please leave some feedback. Look forward to speaking to you soon.